Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time, the last of the generals. The last of the generals as they are right now. Who knows, maybe we'll get more generals in the future. But as it is, this is General Nishant. I have his pet, by the way. So I'm sure Pet and Master will be wonderful to be reunited. And he's Darkness, and he's a legendary, and we're going to take a look at him after we find him a home. No, you're not going to the ladies' area. I have all kinds of good stuff waiting for you here. You can have this one all to yourself. Okay, he's a bit scary looking, but I guess the whole darkness thing kind of feeds into that, doesn't it? Alright. Okay, there he is. So let's check him out right now. Lyle? Okay, probably not keeping that name. Alright, so anyway, he's Darkness. As I said, he's a legendary. He is like the other generals. He's hardened. The Dark Troops need a general that is the darkest monster of them all. Nishant is that monster. He is toxic, and his very touch can infect his enemies and consume them to death. Okay, that tells me poisoning and life drain. I'm just going to go out on a limb and guess. Alright, skills. Well, power. He tends a little bit towards more of the power there instead of speed. Looks very much in terms of that like, I think those are the same values we had from Halter, wasn't it? Okay, so let's check him out here. Okay, low physical damage, low dark damage. Okay, so he's probably not going to be as much a damage dealer. He's probably going to have some extra stuff going on there. Alright, and his special skill? Okay, this is unusual. Deals insane special damage, may burn. That's a little bit different. The damage looks a little higher than the normal generals, and he is applying an effect. So that does make him a little different. So I was actually surprised it's burning instead of poison, given his preamble there, right? But anyway, we're going to start feeding him, because I wouldn't exactly say he looks cute right now, but not entirely scary, and we want him to be scary. So let's get him to 4. Boom, okay. And he's got wings now. I think he can probably fly now, can't he? Still needs a little meat. Okay, I know you can fly, but could you come back, please? Thank you. We're not done here. Alright, let's start seeing his skills. Level 7. Okay, Maniacal Souls? Okay, I think they just made up a word there. Deals moderate dark damage, 50% chance of giving nightmares. Okay, so nightmares. I'm guessing nightmares are coming. Obviously, that's just a temporary one for now. Alright, so let's get to level 10. Alright, that didn't take long. Satanic Fire. Deals moderate dark damage, 50% chance of burning. I'm surprised by that. I mean, it didn't say anything about burning in his preamble. It said infection and draining and stuff like that. Maybe that's coming. Alright. Anyway, not gonna keep that. But gotta take it, right? Fill those spots. Alright, from here on we start making decisions. Level 15. Okay, Frenetic Cuts? Deals moderate special damage, 50% chance of making target bleed. Okay, it's doing everything except what I thought it was going to be doing. But once more, 50%, no. Put that right there. It's got cuts after all, right? It's kind of an upgrade, but we're not keeping it. I got 3 single target 50% here. Can we start getting some good stuff here? Alright. Level 20. Okay. Afflicted Souls. Deals moderate dark damage to all enemies. May give nightmares to all targets. That's much better. Long cooldown, but better, so we're going to throw that there. Alright, so let's get to 25 in his final form. Alright. Shadow Form. Ignores all incoming attacks for one turn, pardon me. May apply damage boost to itself, may gain precision. That's interesting. Ignores all attacks. And then gives itself a very nice boost. Well, let's face it, I'm not keeping any of these, so I'll just hold on to that for now. I'm just thinking about that. I know he wouldn't have it, but I'm just thinking about that in terms of a group attack. That would be awesome. And so is his final form there. Yes, he's ready to lead our legions of darkness. Although I think Simon might have something to say about that leading thing. Yes. Okay, so anyway, let's get him to 30. Okay, Impetus Cuts. Okay, that's probably of the first one there, an upgrade of the first one. Deals moderate special damage, may target bleed. Okay, so that's a moderate special attack that causes bleeding with no cooldown. So I think I want to keep that one. Okay, that was the group attack, right? All right, I'm going to put that one there for now. Yeah. I may end up keeping that. It really depends on what we get in the future. So we already know there's that one group attack has got a 4 round cooldown on there. So a 0 would be nice, but we'll see what else he's got, because it's kind of early. So let's get to 35 and see what else he's got. All right, Satanic Flames. Deals moderate dark damage to all enemies, may burn all targets. Okay, so he's got 2 group attacks. This one gives nightmares. The other one, I'm just going to throw it there. Yeah, I'm going to throw it there. There may be something else coming, but I'll deal with it if there is. I'll deal with it if there is. Okay, so he's got 2 group attacks that are both 4 round cooldowns. So holding on to that one that does the bleeding sounds like a really good idea. So let's just keep going. Level 40. Okay, Torment Cuts. Oh, deals very heavy special damage, make target bleed. Okay, that's an upgrade of that one over here. I can't see putting that new one in. I can't see putting that one in. Unless I was to get rid of this, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, it would seem to me that I would, if possible, want to lead with this one and then use the group attacks. Yes, it does more damage, but I mean, in the grand scheme, he could use this one much more and pass the bleeding around, So I don't really see that as, I can't see keeping that one. Look, that's got a 4 round cooldown. That's got a 4 round cooldown. This one's got a 4 round cooldown. He's going to be standing there twiddling his thumbs, I mean, I'm not going to lead with this one and then use the other 2 and then wait around to get my stuff back. I'm going to use the big ones, or I'm going to use Shadow Form. I'm gonna not take that one for now. The extra damage would be nice, but I mean, it hurts the character if you ask me. All right, no. I know it really wants me to take that one. Okay, Dark Supremacy deals very heavy damage, makes enemy very weak against dark attacks for 1 turn. Then why does it say debilitating shadows for 2 turns? My experience is that the effect is usually right. So I'm guessing maybe at one time it was 1 turn and they rebalanced him to make it 2 turns. Okay, so here's the question there. It's this or this, frankly. It is. It's this or this. The damage boost works on anything, but I mean, if you use debilitating shadows, then that means it only works on one guy, though. No, I have to keep the damage boost, because the damage boost means I can use the 2 group attacks, and we'll get the precision, and we'll get the increased damage. This will do double damage, but only to 1 target. This guy does not seem designed for 1 target. And I'm not going to take something with a 3 round cooldown. So, I mean, if I took this out, that's really what it is, because no, I'm just going to hold on to that. All right. 55. Okay, Tormenting Cuts. That's probably it. We'll just see this. We'll probably get the other one back now again. Okay, tormenting cuts. All right, so yeah, I know I'm not taking two of the best ones. Mostly because his cooldowns are just really big, you know? Okay, this is a moderate dark damage. I'm looking right now, his first skill, the Satanic Flames. It's moderate dark damage, all targets may burn, so it sets them on fire if they can be burned, right? Or if they don't resist it, like other generals would do. But it's a 4-round cooldown. Now this one here is pretty. Are they the same damage? Yeah, they're the same damage and same accuracy. And I'd like to point out that the accuracy, at least from the bar, doesn't appear to be very good. This one, of course, deals same moderate dark damage to all enemies. May give nightmares, so you can possibly give nightmares and burning to all targets. Now, if you do this one first, then it's going to do 50% more damage, and you have a much better chance of actually connecting with all your targets. So it's really hard to take that combo out if you're going for like the group stuff. See, I think the other two attacks would be if you wanted to design this character as a single target guy. You know, if you were going to do that, if you were just going to say, okay, this guy maybe is going to be a boss killer or something like that, then using the other two attacks, the big single target ones, would seem like a good idea. So it seems this guy is kind of designed so you can do group stuff or you could do single target. I think this might be one of the only generals who does like group stuff, although I seem to remember Halter kind of has that too, but he really does seem to be designed for either one, not both. And I would rather have him doing group stuff. So, I mean, if you have somebody who does freezing or something like that, then using the shadow form to boost him and to make him more accurate and then lead in with the other stuff sounds like a good idea. If you have somebody who can do stunning and freezing, then he really gets to do his stuff. If he gets 3 rounds, he's going to do a lot of damage. Which is, of course, you probably want some kind of speed on him. Obviously damage, because this guy is damaged. So, very much like some of the others, you probably want to probably use 2 damages and a speed on him. Let's see. Shadow form 28. You could get those all off without a problem, without running out of stamina. So I don't think you would need stamina for this guy. Unless the battle got really long, then hopefully he would get stamina from somebody else. But anyway, he does seem to be a damage dealer. Obviously, it's all darkness. He's got this one attack which I wanted to keep because I don't want him standing around doing nothing. Because this is a character that will be standing around doing nothing. These 3 other attacks all have 4-round cooldowns. So, bleeding is good. Bleeding is a really good one. So that's what I would really like to do and be able to spread it around since it doesn't have a cooldown on it. So anyway, this is General Nishant, and he's not bad. I will be testing with him to see whether or not this is actually effective. Maybe I go back to the single target stuff. I don't know. So I have some guys to be testing with him, and that's what I will be doing in the main videos in the near future. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.